Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil.
Hey, it's Kaitlin Gray, and today I am so beyond excited to share with you guys my January bullet journal setup. Before I jump into the setup itself, I thought I'd do a quick flip through of my yearly setup so we are all on the same page, metaphorically and literally. This is the style of journaling that I went for at the beginning of the year, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue adding kind of little minimal doodles here and there, but for January I thought of something and the idea was so cool that I had to stick with it. So for now, the doodles are still happening and we're keeping it really minimal and simple, but still getting creative in a way that's really achievable and realistic for my lifestyle, because I'm very busy. So enough of me talking, let's jump into the setup. I'm starting this setup off with a monthly cover page. I like to create these at the beginning of my setups because it creates a bit of division between my monthly setups and monthly sections in my journal, and it kind of creates like these book-like chapters, which I find really cool. For these quote pages, I like to first go in and roughly sketch out the lettering for the quote, and then I'll go in and letter the quote itself with my Tombow Funosuke hard tip brush pen. The quote I chose this month has been said by Maya Angelou, and it is, "Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it." At the bottom of this quote page, I'm writing the month and the year. Then I'm going in with the monthly theme, which is what I consider to be an abstract winter wind theme. I'm drawing the wind with a Pit Artist brush pen, which is this cool steely gray, and then with my hard tip pen, I'm drawing these stars, or I think they're snowflakes, but it's up to you what you think they are. I picked this kind of theme because January is by far the most cold and brutal in Canada and in where I live, which is Toronto. So I wanted this theme to kind of reflect the weather outside. But if you live in a warmer climate, maybe swap out the gray for a mustard color, and then it'll be kind of a fun New Year starry theme, which could be really cool. Since I am not aiming for perfectionism and trying to have a journal that's really fun and relaxed, I'm going over all of my wind squiggles again, just to give it a really nice loose look. Alright, let's keep the ball rolling and go ahead and jump into the next spread, which is my monthly calendar and monthly goals section. This is a spread where I like to record all of the events and appointments and birthdays I have coming up in the month, as well as my monthly goals, projects, and fun stuff I want to do during the month. To create the main two sections of the spread, I'm lettering the title January on the left-hand side and goals on the right-hand page, and then going in with my winter wind squiggles on the outer parts of the page, so that I can reserve the main center of the page for the information itself that I need to write down. I'm just going in again with the same hard tip brush pen to draw my snowflakes, and then I'm jumping into the left-hand side of the page and drawing a vertical calendar. I can happily report that my year to glance that I set up in my 2021 bullet journal video has been coming in great use, especially for this setup because it was so easy to reference it and quickly see how many days are in January and when the days start, so that was really nice to be able to use that. So I'm just going in now after referencing that and writing down the numbers of the month vertically, and beside each number I'm writing the weekday it corresponds to. Finally, I'm just going over my wind squiggles again, and that is the spread complete. Alright, now that I have my calendar out of the way, I need to figure out what the heck I am doing this month and what kind of deadlines I need to meet. So that's where this tasks and due date spread comes in. I like to keep my task list on the left page and my due dates on the right page. And I'm going in and drawing this really big win squiggle on the bottom third of the page. Normally I would put my project timeline here, but my school doesn't start till later in January, and I find the first couple weeks don't really have much going on, so I didn't feel it was necessary this month. However, I will link my December bullet journal setup, so you can check that out if you want to see how I would set up that type of section in this spread. For my task list, I'm quickly adding an Alistair method list. I'm not going to go over specific details. I'll have a video linked above for that, but this allows me to structure my month a little more and schedule my tasks ahead of time, which has been really helpful for me. Now that I have all my tasks, due dates, and events out of the way, I like to create a spread so I can record the habits I want to track in the month, as well as a spot for notes and monthly accomplishments. I like to keep my habit trackers at the top third of both pages, and then on the bottom 2/3 of the left page, I like to save that section for notes, and the bottom 2/3 on the right-hand page is my section for my monthly wins or accomplishments. I'm just doing one winter wind squiggle in the corner, and this is going to look really cool because my fourth habit tracker is going to overlap with it, and it gives it a really nice kind of layered effect. The 4 habits I like to track are working out, socializing / virtually hanging out with friends because we're in lockdown, painting, as well as reading. And for each of these habits, I like to make a habit tracker that consists of open circles for each day of the month, and then when I complete the habit, I like to fill in the circle. Super simple, but very, very effective. I also want to give a quick shout out to the wins section. As someone who can often think about what's kind of coming up next all the time, having a section where I can write my accomplishments, celebrate them, and just kind of be present has been something that's been so helpful this past year. And then once I finish my last habit tracker, I'm going to go in again with my gray brush marker and go over that one squiggle, just making sure that I don't go over the habit tracker itself, since I wrote it in gel pen and I didn't really want to risk any smudging. Alright, we are at the 5th and final spread for this setup, and this is my weekly setup for January, which is starting next week, which is absolutely wild. But for this setup, I do a rolling daily, where I have an Alistair method checklist from Monday to Sunday on the left page, as well as a space at the bottom to record current projects I'm working on and upcoming deadlines. And then on the right-hand page, that is where I like to go ahead and make my daily logs. I prefer to use daily logs over weekly logs in my journal. It's just something that works for my brain because I'm really into making lists. So the right-hand page is going to be blank for now, but I will fill it up with my daily logs as each day passes. Alright, and with that out of the way, that is the end of my January bullet journal setup. I hope that you guys found this video inspiring or at least mildly entertaining. Let me know how you like this month's theme. I really love how minimal and modern, but still kind of creative and loose it is. I don't know. I just really like it, and I hope you guys like it as much as I do. It's still really minimal and simple, and you can definitely take away the winter wind and keep it even more minimal if that's what you prefer. But regardless of what you do with this, I just wanted to thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!